Hi Loc Lovers, it's me, Natty Ann, showing you how to enjoy the journey. Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna have a discussion on a topic that went viral this week. If you haven't heard about it, it's about a young black male teacher that literally got fired for having his students take his braids out. Okay, so before we dive into this topic, I want you to take a look at the initial video that he posted. Mind you, hey, he kind of brought this on himself. We're gonna discuss more in detail about it, but I really want you to listen carefully to the video that he posted initially. And this was before he got fired. Keep that in mind. So he's just posting for, viewership. He's posting for opinions, and he opened up the door for discussion, which we're doing today. Check this video out.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people were making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
All right, you guys. So I want to let you guys know how I initially felt watching the video for the first time. You know, as he was building his case and talking to us about his reasoning behind why he wanted these students to help him take his hair out and all of that, I was like, okay, you know, I'm not thinking too much of it. I'm not thinking negative. I'm not, kind of neutral on it. I'm like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. They're done with their work. You know, he's getting his hair taken out really quickly. Everybody seems to be enjoying the moment. Nothing wrong, right? But then when I really dig deeper and think about it, I was like, well, nothing is a problem until it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? So even though his intentions might have been pure and it's, you know, not a big deal, you know, to him or the students, having these students help you take your hair out in a classroom setting is inappropriate. Let's just keep it real. Where are we at? We are at school. You are a teacher. You are in a professional setting. Those kids are coming to school to learn. They're not coming to school to play with you and playing your hair. Like, I started to think about it, you know, in a way where I'm like, if a faculty walked in that didn't know what was really going on, or a parent or something, how would they feel about it? How would you feel about it? Would you be awkward in that scenario? Would you feel like what you're doing is, you know, inappropriate for the setting? I don't know. I just feel like, okay, well, I'll give you an example. I worked in a school setting before where I worked closely with children. Number one, I was working with younger students. In his case, they're high school kids. I was working with younger students, and with younger children, they're curious. They tend to want to, you know, be close to you, be up under you, you know, give you hugs and do all that. And for some reason, my hair was always a fascination to these kids, and they always wanted to touch it. Me personally, I didn't want anybody touching my hair. So I always used to set those clear boundaries. No, you can't touch my hair. It's okay to ask me questions about it. It's okay to look at it. You know, maybe if you ask, it's a different story. But don't come up to me, you know, touching my hair. And for one particular student that I worked really close with, it was almost like a game to him. The more I told him that I didn't want him, you know, touching my hair, he would try to sneak and do it, which was super frustrating and annoying. But you know, those are little kids. With this gentleman here, you know, he got these high school students, high school girls, you know, losing out his hair for him, which he may think that, you know, it's harmless and all cute, but you really have to set firm boundaries in a school setting and with children, and anything could go left. Let one of those kids lie on you, okay, and say that you did something inappropriate, okay, that you did something. Now you on the investigation. You see what I'm saying? You see where this can go? Let one of them kids have a crush on you, start starting rumors. And now, you know, yeah, he used to always let her come take out his hair and to have these girls, You just don't want any room for misinterpretation or anybody basically building a case on your ass. Like, you gotta be careful in these settings, and to keep things professional, it has to be black and white. You shouldn't have gray area. So that's how I feel on the topic. My husband was a teacher for some time, and he had boundaries with his students. Like, no, you cannot touch my hair, you know. But the fact that this guy in the video filmed this, he had all these girls taking out his hair, he filmed it, he posted, you know, he knew that, he had to know to some degree that it was a gray area, because why are you even posting it on social media? And that's the thing with today's society. Y'all want to post everything. So now you got to deal with the consequences. Not everybody was going to agree with that. And he probably knew that. And that's why it was a topic for him to pull up a camera and discuss. So now you got a whole bunch of views. So congratulations if that was your intent. You definitely got that. So you're going to be making a pretty little penny from TikTok. Okay, so maybe that's a silver lining in you losing that job. You're going to have a little bit of income coming in, but you got to know what you're doing, and you just have to have strict boundaries with people, with children, literally with everybody, to protect yourself. And even though he may think like, well, it's innocent, all right, well, like I said, let one of them kids get to lying, or, you know, something's not right, that's your ass under fire. So you just really, really have to be careful. And I really don't think that guy had bad intentions, but maybe this is a learning lesson for him, you know, on how to properly stay in your professional lane, no matter what you're doing. You may be using that time to bond and connect with students, but there's other ways that you do it, you know. And sometimes you just can't cross those lines. I don't feel nothing. I was about to say I feel bad that he got fired, but it's like, bro, you kind of brought this on yourself. So yeah, so it was just interesting to me how when I first, you know, started watching the video, I'm like, oh, that's fine, no big deal. But then my thoughts did shift. So, you know, when things go like that, you just have to really think about what is inappropriate and what is appropriate. And if we're just talking literal, in a school setting, that's not the place to do that, period. I'm not sending my child to school to be playing in nobody's head, and I don't want nobody playing in her head, period. Now, I'm gonna insert another clip where he was getting super defensive after, you know, people told him like, yo, it's not okay. I don't think this is okay, you know? So he updated us and literally had like another discourse about it, right? There's 3 parts to this. So I'm giving you the beginning, the middle, and the end. Watch this.
The parents are well aware that I'm not doing anything wrong. The administration knows us very well that I'm not doing anything wrong. Screw what y'all think. You can think what you want to think. I already agree with you. It's unprofessional. I get that, but I needed help. Had an appointment right after school, and they looked out, because that's what family does. They look out for each other. Some of you don't. Some of you ain't have that. I can see it. Make it make sense. Boundaries. Okay, what boundaries am I crossing by calling my students my best friends, or calling them the gang, or what boundaries am I crossing there? We already talked about code switching. So yeah, if they dab me up and call me gang, they can't do that to everybody. That's why I teach code switching. It's important. Y'all code switch too. Y'all curse out y'all kids and beat them senselessly, and then talk to your boss on the phone like nothing even happened. Hang up the phone and start cursing at them again. Adults code switch. I teach my students how to code switch. It's a valuable skill to have in life. So yeah, we can say gang this and, oh yeah, what's up, my bro, or what's up, OG, or what's up, JR. We can say that with each other, but you know, when you go to this place and you're taking a field trip to the freaking White House, you probably shouldn't say that to, like, you know, the congressman that you're meeting or something like that. And they know that. They know that some teachers in the school, they can come up and like, oh, what's up, dog? What's up, gang? What's up, bro? I literally call them bro back. I'm like, yeah, what's good, bro? Speaking their language, you got to meet the students where they at, and you got to build them up. Yeah. So again, we're hate watching. People hate watch. If you don't agree, leave. Why are you still here? Me personally, if I don't like something, I'm not going to stick around. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not giving any my energy to this. They're clearly not on the same page, so let me leave. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? Why are you here? Leave. I know why. You have nothing else better to do. Like I said, hate view cash out the same. So keep it up. Keep it up. Y'all not doing nothing but boosting the algorithm. Y'all boosting it. So like I said, y'all just giving me the platform. Y'all giving me the platform. The real know what's up.
What are your thoughts on the situation? I don't like the fact that he's talking about like code switching, and all of that is irrelevant. You know, you calling your students bestie is not it. They're not your friends. That's the problem. Y'all think everybody is your friend. Like, no, you're their teacher, okay? Like, y'all not friends. Stop. That's where you go wrong with it. You know, you're an adult. They are children. And in this day and age, you just can't blur those lines because there's so much going on and just weird things, and we need to protect our children. And you're an adult, you're a professional. You can be cool, you know, without trying to be liked so hard. Those kids are not your friends. I don't care how young you are. You got to know your boundaries. That's how you get in trouble. That's how, you know, teachers end up in inappropriate relationship with students. That has happened plenty of times. So come on, we can't be oblivious here. You could be the cool young teacher without like acting like they're your friends. They're not your friends. Sorry. That's where the respect things comes. You know, when your parent would tell you, I'm not your little friends, that's how a teacher have to operate. I'm not your little friend. I'm your teacher. So now I'm going to show you this clip of when, okay, this is probably after he got fired. One of his students reached out to him and texted him. Here's what the student said.
Amidst all the controversy that has come from this video that I posted, I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me during. Some of the messages that they've been sending me. During this time. Hey, bestie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much, and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that this never happened because it feels like we're losing you. Come back soon. Don't be gone too long, because if you're not back by Monday, I know something's up. But anyways, I also made sure that the classroom was clean before we left. Love you, missed you. Love you, miss you, see you later. Hi, Mr. White. We've been seeing all this stuff going on, and so has your other former students, and I just want you to know that we're standing with you. I'm literally in my junior year of high school right now, and seeing all this, you were my and many others' favorite teacher. Many of Many of your students and former students are doing our best to advocate for you. You're one of the few teachers that made me really feel like I had a voice and opinion. And not only that you made learning fun and encouraging, at the end of the day, some people won't understand that some adults genuinely have a good heart. And have a good heart when it comes to dealing with children, and that's probably never going to change. But we know parents, staff, etc. None that there knows that there has never been anything weird going on, and that there was never any insinuation of that. The people that actually matter knows where your heart is, and that's all that matters. During COVID, you quite literally helped me through my 8th grade year by just being an adult I knew I could go to if I was having any problems. Continue being you, and don't let anyone change that. For the GOAT. What's up, Mr. White? I know that your situation may not be looking the best, but just know that you'll get through it, and we all know your real intentions. Remember your Bruce Lee quote. Remember your Bruce Lee quote. Can't wait for your return. P.S. Your Air Maxes are in the boys' locker room. I seen them today after practice, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just put them in there. My Bruce Lee quote is, if you have an emotional reaction to anything someone says or does to you, means that person can control you, and you should not be controlled by anyone. Dear Mr. White, Dear Mr. White, we hope that you're doing well during these tough times. We wanted to let you know that we appreciate you as a teacher, as our teacher, and we hope the best for you in your future. We hope you come back, and we want you to keep your head up, like Tupac said. In appreciation of you, we cleaned up your class. Thank you for all that you do for us. Don't listen to those haters. We love you, Mr. White. Lock in before we tweak out. And P.S. We also fed your kids for you. And my kids are my animals that are at the school, and lock in before I tweak out is something that I say to them when they get on my nerves. So thank you.
It's a lot to unpack here, guys, but sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about this situation, and let's get into it. Let's get into it in the comments, y'all. That's the thing. People do make a big deal out of a lot of things, so you really have to be careful. I can't say it enough. Like, you just have to have boundaries. And unfortunately, I don't think that he had boundaries. He opened up himself to scrutiny on the internet, and it all came crashing down. You guys have to understand that the internet is a weird place where everybody has an opinion, and sometimes there's just a lot of people that are not going to agree with you, and they're going to blow this up. I can't believe that the school fired him for this. They didn't even give him a warning. They didn't even write him up. They said, bye. This is causing too much negative attention. Peace out. That's what happened. So, you know, he'll learn from this and move on, and then hopefully he'll act accordingly. Like I said, you can be influential in the school. You can be that cool teacher. You can help a lot of kids, but that level of respect, you know, you have to maintain that level of authority where it's like, yes, I'm not your friend, I'm your teacher. I'm here to help you. And certain things you just got to know that you just can't do. I don't need to send my kids to school to be playing in no teacher head. So tell me what you think, guys, in the comments. I love to hear the discourse. And hey, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with a friend. I will see you next time.
Man, I ain't even do nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. Them kids love you. So what? They was braiding my hair at the end of class. I had a hair appointment after school. At least they trust you and see you as a good guy to do it for you. And the crazy thing is, they fired me for it. And that's bullshit, and they know it. And I'm such a lovable person, even the kids call me they bestie. Yeah, but bestie? I guess that's cool for a teacher. They even text me and wish I could come back. What?